Yo, what's going on, guys? Today it's a much anticipated video. We're gonna talk a little bit about the Western Conference. I feel like it's been kind of crazy recently.
Yeah, it has, bro. You thought it was gonna be a 10-team race, that everybody was already cemented in those top 10 spots, and then out of nowhere, the Rockets decided to go on an 11-game winning streak.
Wow.
Yeah, you consider going against easy teams, whatever excuse you want to make up, but at the end of the day, winning 11 games is impressive as hell. And we have seen that. Us as Lakers fans, we have seen how hard it is to go on a winning streak.
No, definitely, man. You gotta give them a huge shout out, man. They've looked united. They've looked better than ever. It's funny, now that Sengun left, they've kind of been really, really good. I think he's kind of allowed the offense to go more through Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet, who's been passing the ball a lot. And even Amen Thompson, we've seen Amen Thompson and Jabari Smith Jr. really hold down that center position, been able to play really big, and that's good for them.
Somebody else you have to get credit to is Ime Udoka.
Yeah.
Somebody that did not deserve to get fired from the Celtics, and it's now kind of making them regret it. I would say, even though the Celtics have had a good season, I'm pretty sure we can all agree that he's better than Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, I've seen people arguing again the opposite, but I really do think Ime Udoka is one of the best coaches in the NBA, just as a locker room guy, and I think we're seeing it with this team.
Somebody else that we had to talk about, the Mavericks. Yesterday, Lucas dropped 47 points in 3 quarters. They absolutely blew out the Rockets, and more impressively, they beat the Kings 2 times in a row.
And the good thing about the Mavericks, they have 2 players in Luka and Kyrie who are absolute playoff killers, bro. And that's why every team should be scared of them. To me, they're a top 5 team easily in the West, maybe a top 3 team on some crazy stuff, and I really, really do believe in them.
You guys know I'm a big Luka fan, and 2 stats that I gotta bring up. First of all, they have the best record in the clutch. It's actually them and the Lakers as 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And in their last 12 games, they're 11-1. And the one game they lost, Luka didn't play. So they could have possibly 12 games in a row. Those trades that they made in the trade deadline have been, I would say they won the trade deadline with everything we have seen so far.
Nah, maybe, bro. Maybe. PJ Washington, yeah, he hasn't shot the ball well, but his defense has been really, really good with the addition of Daniel Gafford. I mean, they're damn near undefeated without Daniel Gafford. I think they've only lost once, which is crazy. I think he's done a great job, obviously, scoring and scoring efficiently, bro. Man, and just being the perfect partner for Luka.
But I think Luka, depending on how the playoffs go, might end up the season as the best player in the NBA. Now let's move on to the Warriors. The Warriors, I kind of thought they were cooked.
Yeah,
they lost a few games in a row. It wasn't looking too good, but now they go ahead and got 2 impressive wins. And the crazy thing about it is that, for example, in the game against the Magic, Curry only has 17 points. He didn't even play that good against the Heat either, which is kind of just showing that, I guess, the supporting cast is stepping up a little bit. Wiggins has had a few good games. Draymond Green had an amazing game against the Spurs, which they could have lost again. The Spurs have been playing better, giving a lot of teams a challenge. So we gotta give them credit. That's a team that never completely dies.
It's funny with them because there was a point that they were playing kind of bad, and I was like, wow, we really rushed into saying they're a good team. And I just saw them. I forgot who it was. They lost to a team, and I was like, they're just simply not a good team. To me, that's still true. I think they're the reason that they're winning, the reason that they're as good as they are, and they're not even that good. I mean, they're the 10th seed for a reason, right? But the reason that people still hold out hope is because of Steph Curry.
Oh yeah, with the Warriors, I still see him potentially squeezing in, but I'm not sure because because I've been feeling a lot better about this team, the Lakers, which is our team that. As of lately, bro, they have looked like what we expected them to look like at the beginning of the year.
Look, obviously, in the beginning of the season, it was a bit shaky. I think the coaching staff, Darvin Ham, they were a bit confused just because they had so many injuries with Gabe Vincent and Jerry Vanderbilt in the beginning of the season. They didn't really know the rotations, and at first we started out shaky. But once the in-season tournament started, we went on that crazy good run. We looked like one of the best teams in the NBA. We had one of the best defenses in the NBA. Then right after, we went 3-10.
That pretty much messed up the season when it comes to being out of the playing tournament.
If you take that out, we're on pace to be a 56-win team, which is crazy. We just went on a 5-game winning streak. We lost against the Pacers, but then we just beat the Nets. We've been playing great. D'Lo's been balling out. Everyone has been balling out. Our offense looks great. We have one of the best offenses in the NBA. Probably, I think, the second best offense since February. We've we've honestly looked incredible.
Yeah, and it's getting to a point that even the media is starting to kind of realize. I've been obviously super random name to bring up, but Paul Pierce, Skip Bayless, people like that. I've been talking good about them, and I like what Anthony Edwards said. Anthony Edwards mentioned the fact that the Lakers are going on a big playoff run. I feel like we all know it, that potential is there, but people do not want to admit it. There was a post on Instagram, I'll make it quick, that said the hardest teams in the NBA since the All-Star break. And I put on the comments, what about the Lakers? And everybody was commenting, hell no, what are you talking about, this and that. And I'm like, bro, like
They just
watch
haven't.
the games. They have about one of the best offenses in the NBA, like clear as hell. And I know the defense is shaky, but we saw yesterday, for example, at the beginning of the game, that when they log in, they're gonna play pretty good defense.
And they're missing their best defender, man. I always say Jared Vanderbilt's super important. Now let's move on to the other California team. The other LA team, the Clippers. What can you tell me about the Clippers? They've been looking kind of weird.
They lost Westbrook to injury for a while, and they won on just a horrible stretch. They're losing,
Horrible, bro.
they're losing to every single good team they're going up against, and it has gotten so bad that now they have the Mavericks on their tail to potentially even pass them. People are talking about them as a championship contender, but they could potentially lose in the first round if they go against the Mavericks, which is looking like they will, and that's crazy as hell because people were glazing that team, saying that, oh, this is the year. James Harden has kind of like started to play like a bit bad lately.
That's the reason. The reason is James Harden's looked awful. I mean, his defense has been atrocious. That's really the main thing, you know, and obviously them not having Russ for that stretch really hurt them.
I do have to give credit to Kawhi for playing 65 games. I do feel like, yeah, we should applaud him, of course, but I think we have seen that at times he cannot be as consistent playing those many games. I've seen a few games, and in the first half, he's a no-show. But at the end of the day, he's Kawhi. I trust him in the clutch. I'm excited to see him in the playoffs. Praying for him, for his own sake, that he's healthy. So we can see how good Kawhi truly is still at this point. And I'm super excited for our first round matchup. We do get to see the Mavericks and the Clippers.
Yeah, that's a classic.
That's a classic.
That's a classic at this point, yeah.
Yeah. And I know Luka's going to want to finally get over that hump against.
Definitely. Next, we got to move on to one of the most underrated teams, a team that
100%.
nobody is talking about, but definitely a contender, I would say. And it's the Pelicans.
Yeah, the Pelicans have always been on that weird, you could see them beating anybody, but then obviously the injuries have held them back. Now Ingram is injured, but when he was there, you have like a great shot creator and Zion. That's the reason that the Pelicans this year have had a good record, because Zion's been healthy.
He's been healthy. He's lost weight. He's looked great. And you got to give him a lot of credit, man. He really took the criticism to his heart, and he's looked great. He really has. That team has looked great. They're arguably the deepest roster in the NBA. If they get B.I. back healthy in the playoffs, I remember what he did against the Suns. I think they can be a very, very scary team. The next team. We're just gonna get this out the way. The Nuggets. What do you got to say about the Nuggets, bro?
Still the best team in the NBA. I don't really see anybody beating them. It really is just hoping that something goes wrong for them. Not on some like hating stuff. But
Just give it a real. Yeah.
Murray has been a bit injured lately. I don't want to look too deep into that, but he has. That's always a little bit of a scary considering what happened to him a few years ago. But if they're 100% healthy, there's no clear team that I could see them losing to right now.
Definitely. Now let's move on to our most hated team. I would say one of our most hated teams. That's the Thunder.
The Thunder. And I don't agree with Patrick Beverly a lot, but I loved what he said to Shea. Shea talking about some, I'll see you guys in June. First of all, the Bucks are probably not going to make the finals either. And the Thunder are definitely not making it to the finals. I don't care what anybody says. We have been standing on this since the beginning of the year. If they see the Lakers in the first round, they might not even touch the second round. It's like that. The Lakers are a horrible matchup for them. And
any team besides is a horrible matchup for them.
Yeah, like I feel like they're the best against like the Suns, but they're not gonna get the Suns. They're gonna get most likely the Lakers, and if they go against the Nuggets, forget about it. That's not even like if I put in the Lakers are gonna beat them, the Nuggets are gonna 4-0 them.
Yeah. I mean, to me, they're the most overrated team in the NBA. Honestly, I just don't know what people see. I like their future, but now it's like, other than Shea, like who's really there? You know what I'm saying? They don't really have that other certified.
Everybody
player,
else is
like,
still a role player.
Yeah, fat role players, bro. Like Jalen Williams. Like people talk a lot about Jalen Williams, bro. Jalen Williams is what he is, bro.
And Shea Hongmin's still a rookie.
A rookie,
like
yeah.
a fat rookie. I know, what he had the year out, but give them 3 years and talk to me.
Yeah,
maybe in 1 or 2. Like
I just hate when people just overrate and talk so good about a team so fast. Like, just give it a second, bro.
And lastly, a team that's just been super consistent this year, even with cut out, and that is the Timberwolves. They have stayed in that contention for the first seed. And Anthony Edwards, MVP type of season. He's not gonna win it, but he really has been the heart of this team. And it's crazy because that's one of those guys I see doing insane plays, and I'm like, bro, how you still healthy? Yeah,
I get you. We got to give a lot of credit to Nasri, too. I think he's definitely stepped up. I mean, as we always call him, he's a first-quarter assassin. This guy be averaging 20 points, and that shit is all in the first quarter. So you got to give him a lot of credit. He helps them stay in the games. He kind of makes up a little bit for what Cat does, especially with the three-point shooting. He's been shooting the hell out of the ball this season. And someone else that we got to talk about is Monte Morris. That was a great trade. They've been needing kind of that backup point guard just to give Mike Conley a rest. I mean, they looked really, really bad in the clutch time and when Mike Conley's on the bench because they kind of just need someone to settle them down. And Monte Morris has always been one of the best backup point guards in the NBA, so you got to give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, and this is one of those things that I'll be inclined to say I can't see him doing anything, but I can't go there because I do believe in them more. I do believe in Anthony Edwards, Carlton Towns. Not too much in Rudy Gobert either, but I do like their team is just presents a lot of matchup problems against other teams. So I could see him making it to the second round. Probably not the conference finals. I think somebody's gonna knock them out. You got to give them a bit more time, but yeah, definitely intrigued to see how they're gonna look in the playoffs.
Nah, I agree 100%.
Last question before we finish it off.
Right,
rank your top 5 teams in the West on the spot.
Doing it on the spot is a bit crazy.
And this is how much of a chance we give them to make it to the finals.
All right, you guys know what I'm gonna say. You got the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Mavericks,
Wait, we're putting the Lakers first.
No, the Nuggets, the Lakers, the Mavericks. Putting me in a tough spot, guys. Shit, give me Clippers and Pelicans. Maybe Timberwolves over Pelicans, something like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go Nuggets, Lakers, Mavs. I'm actually gonna put the Suns.
Oh, I forgot about the Suns. Yeah, the Suns gotta be up there.
4.
Yeah, I put Suns 4 too. My fault.
And then I'm gonna go with Timberwolves. Right. I wanted to say Clippers, but the Clippers is a team that I feel like something's gonna go wrong for them. Something's gonna go wrong. I don't want it to. I mean, I don't wish anything bad upon them, but I just.
Yeah, the Clippers curse.
I can't trust them. And the Timberwolves, I feel like if there's a wild card team to beat the Nuggets, it's the Timberwolves.
Yeah, I get you for sure. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. Wait. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, give us your thoughts on the Western Conference down below. We're gonna come back with an Eastern Conference video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.